Before we start, we'd like to give you a huge thanks for all of the love and support that you've given us. Letgo's mission is to make psychology more accessible to everyone, and you help us do that. Now, let's continue. Mistakes are an opportunity to learn and grow. But sometimes the mistakes you make in a relationship can lead to unnecessary issues between you and your partner, or even cause a painful breakup. Whether you're in a relationship now or plan to be in one in the future, understanding the most common relationship mistakes can help you become a better partner and have happier and healthier relationships. By the end of this video, you'll know the most common mistakes that nearly everyone makes and how to avoid making them yourself. Let's jump into it. The love language mismatch. What's your love language? According to Irina Fierstein, a licensed clinical social worker and couples therapist, if you don't know the answer to this question, you could be making one of the most common relationship mistakes. Dr. Fierstein points out that understanding your partner's love language and your own is important for a successful relationship. A love language describes how someone gives and receives love. There are 5 different love languages: physical touch, quality time, words of affirmation, gift giving or receiving, and acts of service. Not understanding your partner's love language is a mistake that almost all of us make at some point, and it can lead to problems in your relationship. For example, imagine that your love language is quality time and your partner is gift giving or receiving. They constantly surprise you with flowers and spoil you with thoughtful presents, but you don't care about gifts. You're just thinking, they never spend quality time with me. Why don't they love me? In this case, the problem might not be that your partner doesn't love you. Rather, they just don't know how to best show their love for you because they don't know your love language and you don't know theirs. This can cause a lot of miscommunication and make you and your partner feel unappreciated or unloved. So how can you avoid making this mistake? Learn what your partner's love language is and know your own. Talk about it openly with your partner. Then you'll understand how to express your love for them in a way that resonates with them and vice versa. Curious about what your love language is? Try taking the love languages quiz. It was developed by Dr. Gary Chapman, a marriage and family counselor and author who developed the concept of the 5 love languages. Ignorance is bliss. Cy is frustrated with his girlfriend, Mary, because she constantly leaves her dirty laundry in a messy pile in the room instead of putting it in the hamper. Every day he cleans it up for her, but gets more and more irritated every time he sees it. But he never says anything to her about it because things are going well in their relationship and he doesn't want to start an argument. Finally, one day, Cy sees the messy pile of clothes yet again and loses his temper. "You're so messy. I hate how you always leave your clothes around. How hard is it to put them in the hamper?" Mary's surprised and hurt. She didn't even know this was bothering Cy. "Why didn't you tell me sooner?" she asked. Can you relate to the situation? When we hold our emotions in for long enough, it's only a matter of time before they come to the surface. Cy's predicament is just one example of how ignoring a problem in a relationship can lead to resentment, which can make the relationship become worse over time. Amy Morin, psychotherapist and licensed clinical social worker, says that ignoring problems is one of the most common mistakes that can hurt a relationship. She recommends having open and honest conversations with your partner about your problems in your relationship and how you feel about them. According to Morin, not only can this help you avoid making the common mistakes of ignoring problems, but it will also help you and your partner establish a deeper sense of trust with one another and strengthen your bond. Instead of sweeping your relationship problems under the rug and hoping they'll go away with time, communicating clearly and compassionately with your partner is the better approach. As the famous philosopher John Dewey said, "A problem well stated is a problem half solved." It was good until it wasn't. When you're in a brand new relationship, everything feels exciting and filled with passion. But over time, that honeymoon phase can start to wear off. Morin pointed out that many people make the mistake of getting so caught up in the monotonous tasks of everyday life that they end up spending less time with their partner. Instead of going on dates or trying something new and exciting, they do things that are, well, kind of boring. Since this is an easy habit to slip into when you get comfortable with your partner, almost everyone makes this mistake. The good news is there are proven techniques to keep the spark alive. A 2015 study published in the American Journal of Family Therapy identified various ways to keep romantic relationships exciting and created a new model for it. According to the model, doing exciting activities is the key to maintaining the passion in your relationship. This means being adventurous to try new things and have novel experiences together. They also cited playful and silly activities like having inside jokes and laughing together. Other categories that were mentioned included having spontaneous, passionate, sexual, and romantic activities. Try implementing these activities in your relationship to prevent things from getting stale. We hope you resonated with this video and learned how to avoid making the mistakes that most people make in relationships. Have you made any of these relationship mistakes before? What are some mistakes you or a partner of yours have made in the past that weren't mentioned here? Share in the comments below. Are you feeling exhausted and drained lately, even though you can't pinpoint why? It's not uncommon to develop habits that sap your energy without realizing it. These habits can gradually wear you down, leaving you fatigued and depleted. But don't worry, there are things you can do to identify and address these energy-draining habits. By making small changes to your daily routine and becoming more aware of your habits, you can start to improve your energy levels and overall well-being. In this video, we'll discuss some of the most common habits that might be causing your energy drain and offer some practical and compassionate suggestions for how to address them. Couch potato. Did you know that sitting for extended periods can have negative impacts on your physical health, which can ultimately affect your mental health and energy levels? According to Dr. Kelly McGonigal, a health psychologist and lecturer at Stanford University, sitting for long periods is associated with negative outcomes such as obesity, heart disease, and even depression, and can also lead to poor posture, tight muscles, and reduced blood flow, which can cause fatigue and decreased energy levels. To counteract the negative effects of prolonged sitting, taking regular breaks and moving around is crucial. Even small bouts of activity like standing, stretching, or walking can help increase alertness, improve blood flow, and reduce stiffness, according to research. Incorporating physical activity from walking to yoga or hitting the gym into your daily routine can also help offset the harmful effects of sitting and can improve both physical and mental health, leading to increased energy levels and improved well-being. Overthinking. Do you ever find yourself constantly replaying situations in your head and overanalyzing every detail? Same. It's a habit that many of us fall into that can leave us feeling mentally drained and emotionally exhausted. Dr. Susan Nolan Hoeksema, a leading psychology expert and author of Women Who Think Too Much, notes that overthinking can lead to negative outcomes such as increased stress, anxiety, and even depression. When you overthink, it can consume your mental energy and leave you feeling depleted. Breaking this habit can be challenging, but there are techniques that can help. Mindful practices such as deep breathing and meditation can help calm your mind and reduce overthinking by helping you focus on the present moment and letting go of negative thoughts and worries. By incorporating mindfulness techniques into your daily routine, you can start to reduce overthinking and improve your energy levels. It may take some time to practice, but it can help you feel more centered and in control. If you find this video relatable and helpful, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Now, moving on to the next point. Not a mushroom. Did you know that not getting enough sunlight can disrupt your natural sleep-wake cycle and lead to feelings of tiredness and low energy? John M. Grohol, PsyD, a clinical psychologist, warns that spending too much time indoors or in areas with low levels of natural light can negatively impact your physical and mental health. And it's important to note that inadequate exposure to sunlight can even result in a deficiency of vitamin D, which has been linked to depression and other mental health issues. But don't worry, there are ways to combat these negative effects. You could try using a light therapy lamp that imitates natural sunlight. These lamps produce bright light with blue wavelengths that are similar to the sun's rays, which can help regulate your body's internal clock. Interestingly, a study conducted in 2016 by Meisters and colleagues found that light therapy can even be helpful in treating sleep disturbances in Alzheimer's patients. So investing in a light therapy lamp could be a smart move if you're looking for a natural way to improve your sleep and wake cycle. Clutter. Have you ever noticed that your cluttered living or workspace can leave you feeling overwhelmed and stressed out? Studies have shown that having too much clutter around can actually affect your mental health and cognitive functioning, making it harder to focus and be productive. Clutter can also create a sense of disorganization and chaos, which can contribute to feelings of stress and anxiety. In fact, clutter can be a physical manifestation of emotional stress, leading to a vicious cycle of clutter and stress. Fortunately, there are ways to combat the negative effects of clutter. Taking the time to declutter your space can involve getting rid of items you no longer need, organizing your belongings, and finding new systems to help you keep your space tidy. By doing so, you can create a more calming and productive environment that helps reduce stress and boost your energy levels. So why not take a step towards a more peaceful and organized life by clearing out the clutter today? Have you noticed any other factors in your life that could be zapping your energy and causing fatigue? Please feel free to share them with us in the comments. Also, if you found this video helpful, we'd appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone else who might find it useful. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and we look forward to connecting with you again soon. The references and studies used in this video are added in the description below.